Hi, we're Britt and Mike, and this is Leah. We're converting our 2021 Ford Transit van into a home on wheels. In this week's video, we're walking through the process of how we built our platform bed. Mike built a fixed bed, and he attached piano hinges to the top so that we'll be able to access our garage storage from inside the van.
What's up, everyone?
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back. This is episode number 21, and today we're going to start framing out our bed.
Yeah, so in the great debate of fixed bed versus bed to table conversion, I would love to think that we are bed to table conversion people and would have a nice, beautiful office space with plenty of room to entertain. But we are fixed bed people.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are building in a fixed bed, and then we'll have a separate bench seat in the front of the van, and we'll have our two swivels. So that will be our sort of living area.
Yeah, that's part of the reason we ended up going with such a long van, is because we wanted a fixed bed.
Yeah.
That was non-negotiable. We just know ourselves too well. So as you can see behind me here, we have two boards already installed. Let me show you where we're at. So after giving a little thought to whether or not I wanted a freestanding bed frame or one that is attached to the framing in the walls, I decided to go somewhere in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is attach a 2x6 all the way across underneath the window boxes from the back wall up past my seam here where the bed's gonna end. And that's gonna give me a really sturdy surface to attach the beginning of the bed frame. I have a 1x6 behind this in the framing, and then on either side, over here and over here, there are actually vertical pillars that I've framed in the wall as well. So it'll be attached to all three of those, and then underneath, I've decided to do supports in the corners and right here, because that's like right above the wheel well. So there will be a little bit of an overhang over here. I'm gonna have 4 cross members that go across the bed to support the platform, and I'm gonna use these to attach it to the 2x6 on both sides. If you're like me and you find visual aids more helpful, here's a mock-up that I did this morning. So I only did half the bed frame here, but you can see this is the passenger side. Here's the wheel well. Right here's our 2x6 that goes underneath the window boxes with 1x4s underneath on both ends. And you see our cross members attached directly to that 1x6 so that the weight is going to be down on these super strong braces. It'll be pushing down there, and it's going to be pushing down on these legs. And because there's going to be 2x4s that fit across here, the weight can't shift inward. It can't fall away from the wall, because if it does, it's going to be pushing on this wall and vice versa. So the weight can't shift. It has to go straight down. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. Sometimes I start saying this stuff out loud after it makes perfect sense in my head and starts to not make as much sense. So check it out, guys. I've just gone ahead and put my first beam across in for fun, and I want to show you how sturdy this thing is with just one cross member. I can put literally all of my 210 pounds on it.
I'm really excited for the progress on the furniture, but I really love to just be able to walk through here. So I'm a little sad about this. This is the fixed bed sacrifice. Come here, sweetie.
But we're gonna have so much room for activities in our garage. Wow, what do you think, Leah? She says no.
She's out of here.
Nope, not my cup of tea.
She said, call me when it's soft and fluffy.
Hey, it's a new day. I'm here working on the van, and I think I'd like to knock out the rest of the framing for the bed. Okay, so I've taken a few minutes to go ahead and cut my first 3 support legs to length. I've got my rear driver's side support done, and my rear passenger support done. And then I've actually got the one that's gonna go here done as well. But I do need to notch out for this cable right here. So I'm gonna go do that right now. I haven't attached these yet. They're just in place. And then I'll attach them all at once. And then lastly, I'll do this one over here, and we'll be on to the next phase. Here's my board. I've gone ahead and clamped it down. I've got the router ready to go. I'm just gonna route out this groove right here, and then we should be good. Alright guys, there you have it. It's nice and flush up against the wall, right behind the wheel well, fits like a glove. So I know I may not be a wealth of knowledge when it comes to woodworking, but one thing I can tell you is you're gonna have a lot better time if you use these kind of screws with the star-shaped head. Phillips bit screw heads like we use in the US have a tendency to strip out when you're trying to force them into like a solid surface like this. So something like this, which is widely accepted through most of the world, is much better, non-slip. You won't strip out your screws. Just a tip. Okay, so I just finished attaching the boards that are going to act as the legs on the passenger side. And one thing that I did for a little bit of added support is I took a screw and drove it in like this from the bottom so that it's not only attached to the wall, but it's also attached to this 2x6 right here. It's probably overkill, but better safe than sorry. Alright, lost you there for a minute, the camera died, but I finished the brackets. Let's take a look at them. Next thing to do is cut my cross members for all of these and test fit them. Oh, and Brittany's here.
It's so funny to see how much space we're actually going to have. Like, okay, that's where the bed is, so this is like all of our walking space, right?
Yeah.
But actually, this is going to be the kitchen, this is going to be the bathroom, so like, this is our walking space.
Yeah, it's crazy. The more things we add in here, the smaller it's going to feel. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I wasn't able to talk to you guys last night and tell you what I was working on because the neighbor was running a leaf blower. But I made all these cuts to extend the bed platform closer to the window inside the kind of like the door frame here. The way I did that is I made two vertical posts that go up and down. And then I have these little 6-inch boards coming off of this last stud here. I used a different kind of bracket for this, like these different hangers. And then I have another 2x4 that's gonna run across the top.
It is 79 degrees today, and we started building the van in October, and we were bummed about it being winter because it got dark so early. But where we live in California, the summers get up to like 100 degrees. So this is our incentive to really try to hurry up and finish the van before we're working on it in the dead of July in the 100-degree heat. Because even at 80 degrees, it is not great in here.
Alright, so now that I got these boards attached from the top, from the sides, and this attached from the back side here, I went ahead and threw an extra screw on each one in from the bottom, just to make sure that it's extra sturdy. And now I just want to make sure that these legs aren't too loose, because by themselves, I mean, you can wiggle it around, it's not ideal, right? What I'm going to do is take a 3.5 by 3.5 inch block of wood. On the back side, I'm going to put 2 screws through it down the middle like so, into the floor. And then I'm going to take 2 screws on the outside so these screws don't bump into these ones. On the outside right here, going through to this one. And that should stabilize these legs and make sure that they're nice and sturdy. They don't ever move on us down the line.
I want to make fun of you for wearing a garage rag in your hat, but I'm actually just proud of you for protecting your neck.
It's the new thing. All the cool kids are doing it. Oh man, the sun was just killing me.
He's getting messed up by the sun. I'm getting messed up by the pollen in the air. Today's not our day.
I'm not all the way in the corner though. So I'm not at the widest point right now.
What do you think?
I'll live. I'll be okay.
Oh my god.
If I scoot about a foot to the left or 6 inches to the left, I have another 2 inches of room, so.
Well, that's my side, so you'll be right here.
I think we're gonna have to switch sides.
So, are you regretting not getting flares yet?
No. I'm take all the money I saved on flares and spend it on a chiropractor. I sleep in the with my knees curled up most of the time anyways, the fetal position, so it's easier to cry that way. Stop. What's up everyone? I'm back. It's a new day and I'm working on the van per usual. And I think today I'm gonna go ahead and start putting some plywood on this bad boy. The way I want to do it is I want to do 3 sheets of ply. One that's gonna go from basically cover this entire front section here. One that goes in the middle, and then one that goes and covers the entire back section here. And the reason for that is I have 2 piano hinges on order, 48-inch piano hinges to install right here and right here so that the front lid can open up and the back lid can open up, and I can get into the garage from inside the van. Or on the back side, I think I'm going to do like a sheet of ply underneath this and have a big storage compartment back here just to make use of all the space that I can. Okay, first things first, I need to rip this big sheet of plywood into 65 3/4 inches, and then I can make my other cuts from there. Step 2, I'm gonna make the middle cut, which is 16 inches. So I need to rip the whole thing lengthwise 16 inches. What's up? It's the next day. I didn't do a very good job of filming last night before I left, so let me fill you on where I'm at. I think this is the last thing you saw me cut here was this board that goes all the way across here in the front. And I went ahead and finished that one up as well as the back. So I made one big cut that goes all the way across, and then I cut off the ends so that 48 inches here in the middle can be on a piano hinge and come up and down. Same thing in the back. This is actually the scrap piece. Since I had to cut sheet of plywood long ways to get these long pieces, this scrap piece from the end of the sheet of plywood was exactly 48 inches, so it's perfect for this back panel here. And then what I have left to scrap, I'm gonna be able to cut out the little 2 corner notches here. So this whole bed top will be 1 sheet of plywood with a little bit left over. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut out those 2 corner pieces for the back. And I actually just got my piano hinges, so I'll be able to finish this bed top today, hopefully.
We are ready to put the hinges in. I'm so excited for this part.
Yeah, so it's really fun for me too. I get to drill about 100 pilot holes. I'm not joking either. But I am excited to get this finished and get this in and actually get to lay on it and see what it's gonna feel like. Ready?
I'm ready. Woo! Oh wow, with the 180 action.
It won't be that nice with a mattress there, but that's pretty sweet.
We gotta figure out how we're gonna get on this thing. Yeah, because this corner is really tight, but I can spread my legs out in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think my head is going to fit this far over.
Yeah, probably not. I think we're going to be mostly with our heads inside this box. Alright guys, now that I got this beautiful bed built and installed and looking nice, I need to ruin that by going in through and drilling a bunch of holes in it. For those who don't know, if you have a mattress that sits flat on a platform bed like this, in a van especially, over time you'll get a lot of mold and mildew. I've seen videos of people after a couple of years lift up their mattress and it's just nasty, just full of mold. So we don't want that, so we're gonna go ahead and put some ventilation down here. Alright, this is our final look at it pre-drilling. Wish me luck, I really hate doing this. Okay, so I'm 7 holes in. I just want to give a couple quick pointers that I've already figured out in doing this. Number 1, pull your bit out and clean it fairly often because it will get gunked up. All the little teeth will just get full of wood, and at some point you're just creating a lot of friction and not actually cutting much. So that brings me to my next tip. Don't force it. Don't go too fast. Pull your bit out every now and then, clean it off. Make sure you're not going too long and spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning because you will burn the wood. On my first couple holes I have a couple little burn marks from just not being patient, and it's fine. It looks fine. It's gonna be under the mattress, but it's not the best that it could be. And then my third tip is, before you get all the way through one side of the wood, take your drill bit up underneath on the bottom side and come up from the bottom and just take off like the first couple layers from the bottom. And then when you finish it out, you won't have any tear out like this. That last little bit of ply just rips right out of there. It just grabs on at the end and just rips it off, and then you'll have more to clean up on the bottom side. Whereas where I've been going on the bottom underneath and just, hitting it up for a couple seconds on the bottom and then coming back and finishing it up from the top, my holes are like perfect. I'm gonna keep working on this. 7 down, I probably have another 30 to go, so it's gonna be fun. Alright guys, just finished drilling out the holes. I am a mess, and this is only the beginning. Check this out. The camera honestly does not do it justice. There is sawdust everywhere. Time to clean up. Between cleaning and sanding, I've been out here for the last couple hours getting real dirty. I just vacuumed my whole body off. The van's clean again, and we have a finished bed platform. Check it out.
Alright guys, so I know we need to ventilate the bed. I was pretty nervous about putting these Swiss cheese holes in the van, in the bed, but it's supporting both of us right now, so great job.
Yeah. I would say that there's been no change in the durability or the sturdiness of the bed, so I even added some cross supports underneath the bottom, but I don't even think it was necessary.
Alright, so we're going to wrap up the video here. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye guys.
We're gonna have to figure out a step to get off.